What are the... If you had to choose 10 must-have games. So you've got a guy... All right, let's put it into some context, right? You've got a guy who has had an Xbox their entire lives. He's had an Xbox their entire lives, and they just got a PC for Christmas. They just got a PC for Christmas. And then they say, I have a budget to buy some games. And this is in no particular order. So, just the top 10 you should buy. So, Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3, I think, covers that genre and starts you off. All right, so here's my thoughts. Before you guys answer, let me fill this list out. Baldur's Gate 3, some notes. New player friendly. Because I'm not going to put Divinity on the list because it's a similar genre. New player friendly, gets you started. I think that's fine. I would put on Elden Ring. Same reason. It's the genre. You don't need to have played any of the Souls games or Sekiro or anything to get into it. And it is pretty new player friendly. It's exploration. You can go into different areas. So I think that's, I should say, new genre friendly. I think you learn what you need to know. Yeah, new genre friendly is a good way of putting it. I would put on here... I absolutely would put this on the list. Half-Life 2. I think Half-Life 2 is still a must-have. I think if you've not played Half-Life 2, you're doing yourself a disservice. It's phenomenal. I would put Half-Life 2 on that list. I still think even today... What year did Half-Life 2 come out? I feel like early 2000s, but I might be wrong. 850. 2004. Yeah, 2004. And that game still holds up today as being just absolutely fucking brilliant. Like, it'll look a little dated graphically, but the gameplay, second to none. Second to none. Absolutely incredible. For me, obviously, I would put BioShock on the list. I would put BioShock, even though I know Jesse played it recently and didn't like it, but Jesse is wrong. It's one of my favorite games of all time, so I'd absolutely put BioShock on the list. Would I put Path of Exile on the list? Ugh. Despite the fact that we did well in Path of Exile going full blind, I would argue it is not new player friendly. Only because I've got like 30 plus years of gaming experience did we kind of do okay in Path of Exile and get to the end game-ish, you know, the end of the standard game. I don't think I'd put Path of Exile on the list, but I would like somebody to try something in that genre. I'm going to think about that. Yeah, I'm going to think about that. I'm not sure. I think you should play something in that genre because you might love the action RPG genre. Diablo 2 I've not played. I haven't played that. I would put, for the MMO choice, it is WoW or it's FF14, so I'm kind of going to say both. For WoW FF14, I'm just going to put in the MMO genre. Both are new player friendly. WoW is slightly more new player friendly, but I mean, the FF14 is more story focused. I would ideally put both of these on the list, but I think you want kind of one-ish. I still think, despite the horrors that were BFA and Shadowlands, is World of Warcraft is definitely something you should try out. I would put on here Subnautica. I think Subnautica is a must-play if you own a PC. I mean, you can play it on console. I tried playing it on console with my kids. It's just not as good. Outer Wilds, I would love to put on the list, but I don't think I could. For somebody who's getting into a PC first, who may... I'm always picturing somebody coming from like a COD background, essentially. A COD Modern Warfare background. I think Outer Wilds needs... I think Outer Wilds is best enjoyed if you have quite a robust gaming background. I don't know if that's true, but I feel like that's the case. I feel like that's the case. Like, if you have a relatively robust gaming background, I think you have a much better time with that. All right, 3 spots left. And then you guys are going to name games that I've not thought about. What are we missing here? We're missing a great RPG. Like an actual straight-up RPG. Baldur's Gate 3, of course, is an RPG, but it's the isometric style. Oh, I mean, it's Witcher 3. It's Witcher 3. Yeah, it goes without saying. It's Witcher 3. I would put Fallout New Vegas on there as well, but I think Witcher 3 is superior. I think that is a superior gameplay. I think also for a fresh player, you're going to be fine in The Witcher 3. What are we missing here? So we've got like open world RPG, action RPG, which kind of with Elden Ring. We've got 2 good FPSs, 2 MMOs, a good story-based immersive experience with Subnautica, a solid like third-person RPG with The Witcher. I would choose Witcher over, say, Mass Effect or Fallout for sure. Baldur's Gate 3 is just a phenomenal game. Elden Ring's phenomenal. These are all fucking fantastic games. This is what, like 2,000 hours of gaming? We're missing a roguelike, and I do think you should experience a roguelike, even if you're not a fan of them. A lot of people aren't fans of them, but I mean, that would be Hades. Also great on console, but I think Hades has to be there. I mean, for me, it would be Hades slash... people don't love it as much as Hades, but I think Isaac should be on there. Both of these are great on console as well, but again, I'm looking from that COD sort of player. He's been shooting his friends. I think Binding of Isaac needs to be... Binding of Isaac deserves so much respect for what it did to that genre. Because the genre existed before Isaac, in many ways. But Isaac really brought it into, like, just the sheer level of unlimited gameplay. Completely unlimited gameplay. What's our last game? So many honourable mentions that could be put on here. I kind of think it has to be Terraria. I just don't see how you don't have Terraria on this list. I mean, the odd one out here for me is probably BioShock, but I love BioShock so much. Christ, that's a good list of games. That is a great list of games. I mean, there's so many honorable mentions that you could put on here. So many. So many. Witcher 3. Roguelike. Terraria. Yeah, because you don't want to put Minecraft on here. I haven't put a racing game on there, but obviously my bias is showing. I don't give a shit about racing games. Like, whatever. Alright, what am I missing? A strategy game? It did keep coming to my head, but my favorite strategy games, and maybe it's Boomer Town, are the Command & Conquer series. And they don't really hold up today. And it's like StarCraft 2 versus Brood War. Like, even to this day, people are just like, Brood War is just better. But convincing somebody who's just got a new PC to try out, like, Command & Conquer or Brood War is tough. Yeah, Age of Empires, you could go that way. I always preferred the tanks and stuff. Civ. Plot twist. Way better game. Tropico. Fucking way better. Tropico. Tropico is so good. Tropico is so fun, man. Tropico is so fun to kill the pause. Tropico is so good. I think they're on like Tropico 6 now or Tropico 5. Something like that. Tropico. El Presidente. Dude, let's not forget how fun those streams were with Tropico. Remember when Pause tried to live near my house, so we like put the fucking guard posts up outside them? Oh, Little Nightmares. Damn. Yeah, fucker. Ah, as much as this pains me, yeah. For a new time, yeah, Little Nightmares. I would replace BioShock with Little Nightmares. Because that is just... Ooh, it kind of falls into a similar category to Subnautica, though. But that's fine. That's fine. Like, Dead Space isn't on here, but Dead Space the first time? Oh my god, that fucking game. Holy shit. Holy shit. Portal 2. I would put that in more multiplayer style. I don't think the actual main story... I think Portal 1 had a more fun story single-player loop. Like, Portal 2 is definitely a more robust story. Shell was a good character. GLaDOS comes into her own there. But I still prefer the first one where you have more of a mystery as to what's happening. This is PC gaming, right? Hollow Knight. These are all honorable mentions. Hollow Knight's phenomenal. Yeah, Hollow Knight is phenomenal. But I don't think... We could go on forever, I think, here. But, like, could you ever be sad with being... Like, you could absolutely move WoW and FF14 just for preference of style into one, and then you could throw in anything here. Minecraft is tough, right? I kind of feel, looking at my kids, that everybody, whether you were a console gamer or an iPad gamer, played Minecraft. Right? It's like Roblox. Like, if you're starting now and you've never had a PC...
Batman Arkham series, Silent Hill series, Max Payne.
I don't think Silent Hill... Is Resident Evil 2's remake as good if you haven't played the first? I don't know. I don't know. I've not played the Deus Ex games. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You think so? You think so, Mike? You think so? Oh, yeah. Fuck, man. I think you're right. I think you're right. Tentacles is always good.
Knights of the Old
To
Republic.
really get the visceral feel of what PC game is all about, I think you put Doom on the list. The Doom remake. KOTOR is great, but I think you're beaten by Witcher 3. Unless you're like a giant Star Wars fan. Yeah, I don't think there's been... I mean, Doom Eternal is great, but I still think the first Doom remake is superior. Like, that visceral feeling, I don't think it can be captured on console either, as to how good that thing feels on PC. I've tried Doom on console. The Doom remake was on console. It's just not as good. Like, the pace, the precision, the true FPS dream that comes from that is so good in the Doom remake. It's so good. Control, I'm mid on Control. I did not
Tentacles is always good.
The graphical style that everybody kept
Halo
creaming
2,
over.
Mass Effect 2,
Too old.
BioShock 2,
Yeah,
Black
too
and
old. You
White
need
2,
modern day
Knights
games.
of the Old Republic 2.
Yeah, you can't go
Honeypot
too
2,
old. I think Half-Life 2
Tentacles
is
is always
pushing
good.
it, and I don't think Half-Life 2
Magic
looks
Pussy
dated.
must be on the list, surely.
Magic Pussy. I think Half-Life 2 still stands as being great. It looks slightly graphically dated. Oh, this intro is one of the best intros to a video game. It's so good. This intro to City 17 is so good. Having the police, like, bully you and make you pick shit up is such a great way of doing the tutorial. The sheer intimidation of the chase scene with the police and how threatening they make them. Yeah, Fear is great. Like, Fear is a great game, but Half-Life 2 is superior. 2 Point Hospital? It's more into casual. I mean, I would definitely put that in honorable mentions. I don't think I would feel bad if someone said, hey, I've just bought a PC for the first time. What do you recommend? And I sent them this list and was like, here, this is going to cost you... What's the cost of this? 50 quid. I kind of want to know, what is the cost of this? Half-Life 2, if you buy it standalone, which you should be buying the orange box because you're not a moron. But technically, it's $8.50. What's Elden Ring now? This is without any discounts or Steam sales going on, obviously. Elden Ring is $50.
Tentacles is always good.
Batman Arkham City, God of War, Dragon Age 1, GTA
Arkham
5.
City in one of the top 10s to buy for your first PC. Disagree. It's fine. Little Nightmares is 16. WoW, these are always awkward because they're subscription based. So let's say you usually get your first month free. This is going to be easy, $100 a piece. Like, if you're going to pay a bit of subscription. To try it out, anyway. I don't think a month is long enough. Doom is 16 now.
Tentacles is always good.
Subnautica.
Controversial take: Witcher 3 controls are far better for controller console play. There are better RPGs for that slot.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I know some people can get down on Witcher 3, but I disagree. I think Witcher 3 is so good. The only, I mean, I will admit I did not like the last Zone Skellig. Witcher 3 is but for 25 quid. Hot damn. I'll go off the price of Hades, because I think Binding of Isaac is like 3 quid these days. Hades is 21. And Terraria is 8.50. $8.50. What do we got here? 50. $50 plus 50 plus 850. 16 plus 100. 15, 25. 25. And 21. 850. Right, that list is going to set you back 320. If we were to guess if you enjoyed these games, no, let's do a real value, because that sounds like a lot. But Baldur's Gate 3, if you like this, is probably 250 hours, right? I think that's a fair guess. If you enjoy it, that's 2 playthroughs probably. Elden Ring, I certainly didn't do it all, but Elden Ring was, for us, was 125. Half-Life 2. I mean, I've played Half-Life 2 multiple times, but still. I'm just curious what the value is here. I'm not sure what the time to beat is on Half-Life 2. I imagine my playthrough on here is underestimating it. Quite extensively. So I've got 20 hours, but it's more than that, but we'll keep it there. Little Nightmares is going to be lower. It's a short experience, but what an experience, that fucking thing. There's no fat on that game at all. 8.5. What do you estimate for 3 months of WoW and FF14 if you're enjoying it? What would your estimation be? I don't know, man. I don't know. What MMOs? I think you leave MMOs out of the list. They're too varied. They're far too varied. Let's leave them out for now. All right. Doom Remake for us was 20 hours. I've got to leave the MMOs out. I still think we're going to get a ridiculous dollar to hour ratio. Subnautica, the first one for us, was 37 hours. Witcher 3. I did not play on here. It's not a Steam game. I want to say it was 45 hours. Yeah, I think 45. The time to beat is 53, around 53 hours. Hades is another tough one. I beat Hades a couple of times, which I think that's a fair shout. Like, if you beat the last boss, is usually where people will start to...
Tentacles is always good.
Although it's an endless
would
one.
not be as big if you weren't stalling so much. Kappa, meow.
I think this is really interesting, because the value of PC gaming, like, compared to cinema or whatever, and Terraria, we had 180 hours out of. We had 180 hours out of that. So 250... 8.5. I'm not putting an hour value on MMOs. 37. 45. I think we've been pretty conservative with the times here. Like, some of these could go ridiculous. That gives us minus MMOs, 708 hours and a half. Right? It's 45 cents an hour of enjoyment minus MMO gameplay. 45 cents an hour. 45 pence, 45 cents, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. And that's not including any MMO gameplay, and assuming you kind of only beat... That's really conservative. That's... You only beat Hades or Isaac once. And, like, kind of stop at that point, right? That's a ridiculous value. For context, my Binding of Isaac is 230 hours plus 100. So I've got over, I would say in total, because I had Isaac on Flash as well, 700 hours in Isaac alone. I for sure have about 700 hours in Isaac. Yeah. Like, even in the Steam versions, I have 230 hours in that one. And another 161 hours in Rebirth, of which I still only done a third of the achievements. Well, I'm a normal gamer, right? That's the point. I'm a gamer. But if you were going to give... I mean, Baldur's Gate 3 could be your one game for the year. Literally. You could buy Baldur's Gate. If you're a casual gamer who only gets to play after work or whatever, you know, after you've, like, sorted your kids out, I've done all that kind of stuff. Alright, we're going to be calling Sco in a sec. You could buy Baldur's Gate 3 and be done for the whole year. And you could do the same with Elden Ring. You could absolutely do with that. That's a dad gamer. Yeah, it's a parent gamer. It's an adult gamer, right? It's an adult gamer who's probably got a family going, has to work long hours. Doing all that kind of stuff. I would absolutely throw in, even if you're a one-game Andy, throwing in, like, if I was to highlight these, Steam sale pickups you should get. All of these. But, like, generally, if you are a one-game Andy, so this is the one you spent your 50 hard-earned on for your one game, and then the Steam sale comes up, you should absolutely be picking up Little Nightmares, because I think it went down to, like, 5 or 4 quid in the Steam sale, Little Nightmares. It was something ridiculous. Like, they, like, less than half the price of it. Doom is super cheap on the Steam sales, as is Subnautica. Witcher 3's had its price halved multiple times. Yeah, Witcher 3 has its price, like, shredded. Absolutely shredded. And Terraria you can pick up anywhere. The same with Binding of Isaac. I think Binding of Isaac. Half-Life 2 costs about... Yeah, you can get this value to probably something... I would guess... What did we come out at? 45 pence an hour, right? Right now, this is 45 pence an hour gaming minus MMO. Minus MMO. Gaming. So that value is already ridiculously overpriced for what it is if you enjoy MMOs. And make a friend. Like, once you make a friend in an MMO, you're done. That's it. That's your life is over for the next 10 years. That's it. You're done and dusted. As soon as you make a friend in an online game, your life is fucked. Forevermore. You're giving up on everything. Lowest Switch 3 prices minus 80%. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as you make a friend, you fall into a guild or a community, and someone's like, as soon as you hear this phrase, yo, what time are you on tomorrow? That's it. You're fucked. You're fucked. You're fucked for the rest of time. That's it. It's over for you. You might as well stop considering buying a nice pair of pants or a nice t-shirt to go out in. You really want to start considering how good your gaming chair is. Because... that is now where you will be for the remainder of time. As soon as someone says, yo, you want tomorrow? It's game over. You're absolutely fucking bollocks at that point.